Hey guys, what's going on? I just want to share some interesting information that was released on Twitter today, with data miners actually finding out the names of 2 potential legends, and one of those potential legends to be able to wall run. Let's look into it. Alright guys, so there is a Twitter page called Apex Legends News, and they frequently post updates and leaks and all of that sort of information. With something they posted today actually caught my eye, and that is that data miners have found file names of 2 potential legends coming to the game. One of the potential legends is called Wattson, and the other one Octane. Now I couldn't find any photos of the files for Wattson, but they did post this photo with Octane's command prompts. Full disclosure, I am not a data miner, I have no idea how it works, nor do I pretend to, but from an educated guess standpoint, these are command prompts to instruct the game on what the user will see or hear as they interact with certain things around the map. Now if you take a look at all of these command prompts, that's just what I'm going to call them here, you'll notice that it has a lot of different interactions for different types of terrain throughout the map. What people are focused on here are the ones highlighted in red, the Octane Stim Inject and the Octane Stim Release. So there's been a lot of discussion on Twitter about what those abilities could be or mean. A lot of people saying there could be a self-heal, an AoE heal, or a self-ultimate accelerator, or an AoE ultimate accelerator, something like that. What I'm wondering is why there's an inject and release. Now I could be completely wrong, it could just be a code name or a file name from the data miners itself, but I do like thinking about these sorts of things and I do like having discussions about them. So being an inject and a release, what that tells me is that you could inject it and you're actually incapable of doing much else while you have this thing injected. And that tells me that it could be some sort of buff, like a speed buff or a shield buff or something along those lines for a certain amount of time until you release it. But I'd love to know what you think at this point. So if you have any good ideas, please let me know down below. I'd love to discuss it further with you. But what I really want to focus on today, and what I don't see a lot of people talking about, is the Octane wall run on the various different terrains. I've seen a few people talking about this, but not a heap. So I really did want to open up a discussion about it. But what does this tell you? Because to me, this sounds like it's a tactical ability for the stim shot, and then that grants you a temporary ability to be able to wall run wherever you wanted around the map. But then I started thinking, what would the ult be? Would that be the ult from there, or would the stim shot be an ult charge which would build up to the wall running so it's quite balanced? Or are they able to balance it that easy in the first place? But then I was reading through the comments and I saw this guy called Joshua post this photo right here. I'm not sure if he's created it himself or taken it from somewhere, but I'll leave his Twitter link below because credit where credit is due. But this photo here looks pretty damn legit, but it is probably the most likely scenario to happen if they do come to release this wall running ability, ignoring the character Cooper, which is a throwback to Titanfall. But just looking at the abilities here, the tactical being a wall run, to balance this in Apex Legends, the cooldown would have to be quite long, because if you could just wall run every 10 seconds like Mirage's tactical, it might be a bit broken. Or, even if they didn't want to make the cooldown quite lengthy, they could then make the duration for the actual wall run quite short, so you can't wall run for very long periods of time. It'll just be sort of a get out of jail free card for a few seconds anyway. Then the ultimate ability, Stim, which was double the speed and then 25% health on top of that. That does seem like it's very straightforward and reasonable, although I do think it's a bit underwhelming of an ult, which is why I think the wall running ability would probably be the ultimate, and the tactical would either be something completely different or a self-ultimate accelerator to help that wall run, so it is balanced, because wall running does sound like a pretty OP ability in the game. And then there's the passive ability, double jump. It's just speculation because we don't actually have any information on that. But I'm looking at all these abilities here and I'm thinking you could have some real fun with this character should it come true. Imagine double jumping into a wall run and then using a stim on the wall, jumping off and shooting someone in the face. Like, how cool does that sound? And just taking a look back on the brief history of Apex Legends itself, it seems the developers are the gamers themselves, and they really do try to incorporate a lot of fun into this game. So again, it does seem pretty damn logical and straightforward that this could actually be true, to some degree anyway. But yeah, so what do you guys think anyway? I'd love to know what you think down below. Do you believe these leaks at all? Do you think this has any credibility to go with it? What do you think of the data mined wall running thing? Have I completely missed the mark and it's just a programming code? I'd love to open up a conversation on this channel anyway. That does it for this short update here today, guys. If you do like my content and you do want to keep notified, I do encourage you to hit that subscribe button. Ring the bell to stay notified of when my videos go live as well, because I do post weekly guides, tips and tricks, starting with the Legends guide. And then in between those weekly videos, I will do any relevant patch notes or updates just to keep you informed, making this channel your one-stop shop for anything Apex Legends. So in the meantime, guys, I'm going to go play more Apex Legends. So have a good day and peace out.